Āpiti Hono, Tātai Hono, tēnā rā koutou, te whānau whānui, e huri mai ana I tēnei wā. You're with Pure in our little caravan here in Kirikiriroa at the Ngāpuhi Iwi Road Show, and we're connecting with all sorts of amazing people that whakapapa to Ngāpuhi, but quite often don't live there. Nō reira, my manuhiri today, tēnā koe e hoa, te rangatira, introduce yourself.
Whakarongo rā tāne te tokorangi ki te whiwhia o raukatauri, ki te waiohine, ki te oro tuarangi, ki te kōkiri haimata. Whakarongo rā ki te huongonguru, ki te huongongoro, ki te ngū o toku ihu haungi e hui e tāe ki e. Mauri ore te whānau, mauri ore te whare. Ko koro tōku ingoa, e ta taho o tōku māmango Ngāpuhi, o māpere e whianga. Nā te mani apoto, te aroa nā te kauwhata, e ta taho o tōku pāpā. Whaipai atu taki o ne roa mangai ako ki a rani. Tēnā rā tātou.
Tēnā koe, ngā mihi kia koe. Our Ngāpuhi Road Show, I noticed you walk in with your pūoro and your taonga, and and you became a part of our hui today. Tell me your connection with this and how that started.
Well, first and foremost, I saw that there was a kaupapa happening in town.
Yeah, cool.
And obviously Ngāpuhi being Ngāpuhi as well.
Yeah.
And honoured to be a part of any kaupapa at all. But at the same time, not too sure why I came along.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing was came along with some friends, and for some reason I was a bit hesitant to bring the pūoro along.
Yeah.
To our kaupapa, but due to the encouragement of my bro, no, bring it in, bro, bring it in. It'll be cool.
It was cool.
So being here, being able to bring along my passion, but also to reconnect and to just to hang out for the day. So part of me is taonga pūoro. It's what I love to do. It's my mahi, it's my passion, and I take it everywhere I go. So it shouldn't have been any different today coming to our kaupapa where we get to be surrounded by our own people.
Yeah. Yeah, but it had, when we invited you just to call the room to order, and the bigger one is called.
That's called a pūkāea.
Yeah, pūkāea, and the bigger one, and it just I'm not sure the word, but sort of transported us to a different space, like in mood wise, spirit wise, it takes you to another place. Have you heard that description before, or do you know of that?
Yeah, very much so. So the pūkāea, I'll just share a little bit of korero.
Sure,
about
please.
So when we break down the word pū, being a traveller of sound, and kāea would often be someone who would start off the haka. So therefore, the travelling sound coming from a leader.
Yeah, a person.
From a person.
Yeah.
So pūkāea was most commonly known to be our war trumpet used in times of war. However, pūkāea have many beautiful uses and are utilised for many different things as well as in many different spaces. However, our korero is very limited due to colonisation and that being lost. Taonga Suppression Act and so on and so on.
Oh, yes.
And
very relevant.
And that particular way in which we played, which played this morning, that there would be often used to open ceremonies, open pōwhiri, and a bit more spiritual sense, open up the portals to I o matua hore, going up into the rangi tūhaha. It was also used to settle. It was also used to awaken. So it's very important to take note of the different emotions and feelings that go on in that space. And for me, if a pūkāea is played properly, I don't think anything sounds more beautiful.
I agree.
Than that
agree.
Beautiful sound.
Yeah, it's just from the earth, from the soul, eh? You work in health as well?
I have just finished in health, but I was working in health for the past year. So I was a Kaitakawaenga for te whatuora Waikato DHB.
And did you incorporate your passion into that area of your work?
Yeah, very much so.
And how did it work?
Well, being a Kaitakawaenga, we're responsible for the cultural intelligence within the wards.
Yeah.
One of our main mahi was to pōwhiri, mihi whakatau.
Aye.
Another very important part of my practice is being able to use our taonga pūoro in spaces where they were used in healing back in the rā.
And they were?
And they were 100%.
Right.
They weren't just instruments of entertainment.
Sure.
And in our spaces of working in mental health, a lot of our whānau who come through needed a rest and needed a lot of healing. For me, taonga pūoro pulled me out of a dark space.
Sure.
And it's kept me well.
Yes.
And it keeps me well. I'm just going on what works for me.
Yeah.
And just knowing that we actually had our own health systems, our own healing and our ways of doing things back in the day, we still do to this day. They are still relevant and they are magnificent.
Yeah.
So being able to utilize those in our space, especially when our whānau are at their lowest, and just being able to play for them to express means and emotions through our taonga pūoro, it helps them to kind of not hold on to that mamae. Just trying to get them through that space too.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And for me, it reminds me of the science of our people, through sound, through connection, and all those natural things,
Yes.
It's just quite beautiful. Hey, you came along today. How did you find? You got directions to get here, but how was your day?
I had a primo day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've had a primo day.
Yeah, because you contributed to our day. It was fantastic.
And
why did you have a primo day?
Just being around some of the whānau.
Yeah.
As you said earlier in the kōrero, a lot of our people don't live up north. I'm one that goes back probably once every 10 years.
Wow.
And hoping to change that, of course.
Yeah, sure.
But it was just to be around our own. I could just be me.
Yeah.
And what's funny how...
So, well, hang on. When somebody says that means that there's an atmosphere of safety and warmth, eh?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's cool.
Yeah, but even so, as you said, as me to contribute, usually in most kaupapa, if I have my pūkāea, I would often be asked to be our timekeeper or to be our bell or whatever that might be.
Yeah.
But it was, it's been primo. Been hanging out with a few of my best mates I haven't seen for a while.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Also whakapapa to up north.
Oh, well, you guys got to get together, bro.
Yeah, getting together more often.
Yeah, beautiful. Hey, we need to wrap this up, but ngā mihi ka koe mō o mahi rangatira. But I wonder if you can just close our little session just with what you did earlier, just or an example of some sound. Your choice.
Yeah, couple.
Tēnā koe e hoa.